Mandela wasn't born woke. He grew up experiencing the daily injustices of apartheid. This fueled his anger. It ignited a passion for justice. These early experiences shaped his worldview. They set him on a path of resistance. Some argue this early anger clouded his judgment. They say it pushed him towards radical action. His early involvement with the ANC was marked by defiance. This was not the peaceful Mandela of later years. Mandela's early life is crucial to understanding his later choices. It explains his commitment to fighting oppression, but it also reveals a willingness to use force. This duality would define his legacy. The ANC was Mandela's training ground. It was here he rose to prominence. He became a leader, advocating for the rights of black South Africans. But the ANC wasn't just about peace and love. They were ready to fight. Mandela formed the ANC's armed wing, Umkhonto we Sizwe. They bombed government buildings, they targeted infrastructure. This was a controversial strategy. It alienated some international allies. Critics argue this violence prolonged apartheid. They say it hardened attitudes on both sides. But supporters argue it was necessary. They say it forced the government to the negotiating table. The debate rages on. Mandela's imprisonment was a turning point. He became a global symbol of resistance. His image was everywhere. Free Mandela became a rallying cry. The world demanded his release. But this attention came at a cost. Some argue it overshadowed other anti-apartheid leaders. They say it romanticized Mandela, ignoring his flaws. Was he elevated beyond his actual contributions? His imprisonment also had a chilling effect on the ANC. They were forced to operate underground. Their leadership was decimated. This weakened their negotiating position in later years. Mandela's release was a moment of global celebration. His presidency was a beacon of hope. He preached forgiveness and reconciliation. He ushered in a new era of democracy. He led the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. But the critics argue he didn't do enough to address economic inequality. They say he prioritized political stability over economic justice. The gap between rich and poor remained vast. Was it a missed opportunity? His economic policies, like the growth, employment and redistribution gear strategy, are still debated. Did they benefit all South Africans, or did they mainly benefit the white minority? The jury's still out. Mandela's legacy is complex. He was a freedom fighter. He was a peacemaker. He was a global icon. But he was also a flawed leader. His decisions continue to be debated. Was he truly good for South Africa? It's a question we're still grappling with today.